I'm JennaLynn.
And I'm Corey Self, and this is our 2003 Freightliner Sprinter.
This content is sponsored by Outdoorsy. Through Outdoorsy, you can rent your camper van out to make extra cash, and you can rent a van to try van life before you commit.
It's a 144-inch wheelbase, powered by a Mercedes engine, but built by Freightliner back in 2003.
We bought this van, specifically the size and year and mileage and things, because this is our first time trying van life, and we wanted something that we knew was going to have a reliable engine and that was small enough that we could do stealth camping. So far we've been really pleased. We've been living on the road for about 4 months and love the size and maneuverability of it. Come on in and see our van.
One of the things that we wanted to make sure that we included in our build was a partition between the cab and the house of the van. So one of the things that we did is we built this cabinet here that opens on this door, and we included that specifically for our dog crate, traveling with a 60-pound rescue dog, making sure that we have that if we ever stay in a hotel or a friend's house. So we built this cabinet around that crate, which lives in here. So we have this shade that allows us to completely seal off the front and the back. Great for sleeping, stealth camping in a city. It makes it look like there's nobody in here. But it also shuts off sound, so if we're separated during our work day or something like that, we can have separate calls going on at the same time. Up here we have our attic storage inside on this hinged door, where we store just kind of our everyday things. Everything from our chairs, our table, jackets, shoes, things that we know that we're going to access pretty regularly. This is our galley kitchen setup. Kind of starting here from the front and working back, you can see we have our magnetic knife block here. It works fantastic. Never had any knives fall off of it. We also have this nice shelf that we installed up here. We've obviously got our hot sauce and our whiskey just for those long weekends and cold nights. Kind of moving down, we have all of our spices, some everyday essentials, coffee and flour and those sorts of things. The countertop itself, or this whole unit, was a part of the van when we originally bought it. And so it was kind of predetermined, the height and the finish and all of that. So we kept it as it was, but it is just a pine top that's been finished. And then we obviously have these 5 drawers here, each of them on sliders with magnetic stoppers and the pulls on the outside. We also have our Dometic fridge here with all of our spices magnetized to the outside of the fridge. Nice space-saving feature here. In our fridge, we actually are recently stocked, but we can cover ourselves for about an entire week of food in here. We also have in this drawer an induction cooktop that we take out and set on the counter, and that's how we do all of our cooking. We typically are cooking, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and with our electrical system, we are generally suited well for that. Up top is these are all pre-made cabinets that we bought from the department store. And rather than building our own cabinets, they were pretty easy to install. The inside is really covering our pots and our pans, and we've got some food over here as well. And these nice clasps that lock in so nothing opens while we're driving. A little bit further back here is these bookshelves. We knew as soon as we were moving into the van, we have a huge book collection that we couldn't bring with us, but there were some that we needed in the van or wanted to have access to so that we can continue reading. So between these cabinets, I installed just a piece of pine between the 2 cabinets, so they aren't falling out while we're driving as well. But it was just another way for us to have our books with us, as well as a nice aesthetic addition as well, because they do look good. Over on this side of the van, we have our sink and all of our plumbing essentials. We have our faucet, which swivels, comes off, as well as our 26-gallon freshwater tank, which is actually under this side of the bench. We drain actually into a 7-gallon gray water tank, but one of the things that we did when we customized this was installing a splitter, so we actually can drain straight to the gray water tank, or we can turn that off really quickly with this Y valve, and we can drain straight to outside. So if we're in a place where it's safe and environmentally friendly to just drain straight out, we don't have to worry about filling up our gray water tank and then dumping our gray water tank. Under here we have our trash, our dog food, some essentials like our filter for filling up our water tank, which has a port on the outside of this, but it is kind of a really nice setup to make sure that we have the ability to access water, fill up, and dump all in one area. Immediately to the side of our sink is our dimmer switch. We have a dual dimmer switch for our LED lights that are in the ceiling, and so you can turn all of them off. We can turn just the front on or just the back or vice versa. It's really nice as a way to make sure that we're only lighting how much we need. The four lights in the back give us plenty of light so we're not wasting too much electricity. The ceiling itself is a tongue and groove pine board. It was actually a part of the van when we bought it. We did nothing to change it. Same thing with the LED lights. But one of the things that we really loved was the dark ceiling with our white walls. And all of the walls, as you see, is this beadboard. Again, sheets of beadboard that we purchased from the department store. Nice and cheap and easy. Didn't have to paint them, and they clean really easily. So love the beadboard and the aesthetic against the dark ceiling here.
We also have a toilet here in the van that we built on drawer slides. So it just pulls out right here and then slides back in. We use this just for number one, not number two. And it's just really convenient in the middle of the night or when we're not somewhere where we can go to the restroom outside of the van. It did come with the van and initially was up in the front behind the seat. It wasn't inside of any kind of enclosure or anything. And since we did extend our bed when we did the rebuild, this was actually a perfect location for us to put the toilet in between, kind of at the end of the bed and in between our galley kitchen. All right, and back here we have our couch and convertible bed set up. Under each of the sides as well as the back, we do have some storage. And over here on the driver's side, we have our electrical setup that I'll give you a quick preview of. So we actually have two 200-watt solar panels on our roof that charge our two 100 amp hour lithium batteries, which powers our entire setup. And we will be getting a DC to DC charger that will charge from our alternator and will charge our batteries while we're driving as well. To get our couches into bed mode, I will quickly show you how to do that. So this is just our tabletop, which comes off of our Lagoon mount that we have. And then we take the Lagoon mount off its space. We just lay this down. And then the tabletop here will lay down on these rails for the center of the bed. Just like that. And then our cushions slide over. Alright, so as you can see, this is our bed setup, which we really love. It's really nice and spacious. It is a little more than 5 feet wide and a little bit more than 6 feet long, which is perfect for my husband and I, and sometimes Franklin decides to join us. As you can see, we do have the overhead cabinets here, and those are not a problem at all for our heads. As you can see, I easily can sit here in the bed, so we can sit across and look out our windows. That's another aspect of the van that we really love. So this was originally a passenger van, which is one of the unique benefits that you get is having windows on all sides, and you can choose to close them off or not. So we maintained all of the windows except for this backside passenger window. So we really love these windows looking out over the bed. And then we really love the front too, which allow us whenever we are cooking or doing dishes to have a great view at whatever we're looking at. And this bench here, we have a lot of our backpacking gear. So some backpacks, sleeping bags, our tent. And then we have our seasonal kind of storage for clothing. So anywhere we travel from different temperatures all the time. And so we have clothing for all temperatures. What we keep in our main cabinets is obviously kind of where we are in that moment. And then we do have just, each of us has a bag ourselves for off-season clothing. And then to highlight, we do have a max air fan here, which blows in and out for ventilation as well as for cooling off the van. Also for cooling off the van, especially because we do travel with our dog, we installed this AC evaporator here, which is an air conditioning unit that is actually an under dash AC unit that's typically used kind of in classic cars. My dad's a mechanic, and so he was able to help us install it and connect it actually to the AC lines in the van. It's run off of our batteries actually, which is wonderful. So it can just be a fan to cool off this space, which has been really great when we've been in hotter weather.
We also have a diesel heater as a part of the van. It's located here underneath our sink unit right here in the door. Makes it great for accessing it for maintenance or anything like that. And the exhaust is run underneath the van and back. It's fueled by a diesel tank, and the line runs again behind and underneath into a 5-gallon tank in the passenger seat here. The heater itself keeps us warm anytime the temperatures are too cold. Thankfully, we only have to run it for a few hours because in such a small space we get very hot very quickly. But it's been a lifesaver in any temperatures below 40 degrees or so.
Thank y'all so much for spending time with us today. We hope that you loved the tour of our van. We certainly love living in it. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below and we'll be happy to respond to you. Feel free to follow us also on Instagram at DrivingOurselves. We are active there, and we would love to see you on the road as well. Franklin and Corey and I would love to meet you. We're traveling kind of all over the US right now. Thanks so much for joining us.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you hadn't noticed, we do sell an ebook for how to convert a van. It has over 190 pages of detailed instructions and diagrams, also 25 video tutorials which are specifically for the ebook buyer. Creating a van for many people is obviously a really intimidating project, but I really believe, and I've seen it time and time and time again, that with the right information, anyone can turn out with a pretty decent van conversion. So check the link in the description, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and drop us a comment if you like this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.